All right, now on to the state buy. Box number one. We've got an unidentified drill index here. I do not see a name on this anywhere as far as manufacturers go. I can see it's quite a mismatch of drills, bits, and it's missing sizes here and there. Well, you know, the first one out of the box, that's USA. That's a step shank and then the name on it. That side's looking pretty empty. Oh, that's a Huat. Whatever the hell it is. Can never remember the name of it. It's right down there. Huot, manufacturing, made in the USA. Oh, okay, good. So that's a nice little index. Could fill that up with some good quality drills and make it a semi-complete set. Nice, good sized Lixie hammer. That end's pretty beat. That end's still got some mileage on it. That goes in my bucket of spare Lixie hammers. Occasionally when guys come by, I try and pawn off a couple of Lixies for a couple of bucks. Several files. All Nichols. All of these larger ones are Nicholsons, except for this one here is a Simmons, but also US made. Look at this pry bar. Oh, I don't have one like that. I mean, I have one this style, but not this big. And a little crowbar. Can't see the brand name on these, but these are Allen wrenches. A little ball end on them. Here's another set. These are badged CRV. Oh, these are metric. Yep, CRV metric. The no-name vice grips. Oh, look at that. That's got quite the shape to it. Jeez. Quality there. But look at these. These are a genuine pair of vice grips. And what's nice about these is he made a little slide hammer attachment for it. I love this idea he came up with here. He just got a carriage bolt, long carriage bolt that threads into where the adjustment went on this thing, right? And then he's got this big weight. I think that's handy as hell. That's going right in my toolbox. Yeah, so anyways, I've seen this kind of idea done before, but I might even have one somewhere. But this is a nice small one. Get into some tight spaces, grab onto some smaller things. No name pair of needle nose pliers, the spring-loaded kind. No name screwdriver. Beat the hell. And this looks like a Stanley. Yeah, that's a Stanley. That one's in decent shape at least. Homemade boring bar. And to me that's might as well just be scrap. And homemade lead hammer. Look at the shape of that thing. Looks like something the priest would walk down the aisle with. You have to be grown up Roman Catholic to know that one. Let's blow right through this little pile right here, and then we'll close out part one. Now what can I say? A bench block, really, is what this ends up being. 2 elongated holes, though, so you could clamp it down to a bed. A couple of shop-made parallels. I take that back. These are not shop-made. These are professionally made. Wow. These are Brown & Sharp 920s. That is a unexpected treat for moi to find these in there, and they're in great shape. Wow. Oh, I like those. Big old hunk. You know, it's not quite brass colored, is it? Some sort of copper alloy. But we get the gist of it. for beating on something that you don't want to damage. So you get a softer metal. A very cheap screwdriver. Craftsman small screwdriver. Oh, that's ground. Oh, this thing here, this is made to thread right into the end of a standard air gun by the looks of it and give you a very pinpoint accurate little long skinny thing to get down in and blast air. File card for cleaning your files. It's a Nicholson. Another cheap screwdriver. It's a Husky. Actually, that tip on that one looks okay. This is something interesting. This started out life as an Exolite X104. I'm guessing this might have been a nut driver, or I don't know what it was, but judging from the shank, I think this was a nut driver. And somebody TIG welded on this ball. So at first I thought, well, okay, it's a gauge ball, right? And this is a gauge, so you could reach down inside. But then I was looking at it, I was like, boy, that ball doesn't look like it's worthy of being considered a gauge. So I don't know what the deal is with that. So if anybody has an idea what he was planning on doing with that, if I'd spotted it while I was there, I would have asked him. This is another screwdriver that's beat to hell junk. The hand. Mayhew. I want that handle went to. Adjustable wrench. This is a Click Stop USA. Oh, it's a Proto. A 3-inch Proto. Serafini. Somebody's name is on there. Serafini. Boy, the jaws are rusted on that thing. Oh, that's locked up. It's a little scraper. Guess it could be a gasket scraper, maybe. Dia Sharp. Hold on a second. This is not a scraper. It says green is 0 micron, red is 25 micron, and blue is 45 micron. So this is a 45 micron something. But what? Yeah, how about that? It's a mini hone. DMT Dia Sharp Diamond Mini Hone. So, believe it or not, there's, I guess, supposedly some abrasive on that surface right there. I don't know if I just can't feel the 45 micron abrasive surface, or is it so far gone and worn out that it doesn't exist anymore. No, under magnification I can see there's still grit there, and I actually just tried it on a pair of scissors. Seems to work fine. This size right here is $8 brand new. Seems like a handy little tool. Moving right along, we got a little brass hammer, solid brass handle and head, junk screwdriver, little cheapo tape measure, a couple of decent sized dowel pins, acid brush, Vargas little deburring tool, and a no-name adjustable wrench here. It's just got a 17 on this side and 1 HB on the other side. We're going to move right along with this tray. Let me get this stuff out of here. So you probably heard me mention in part 1, this was a pick that started with an ad on Craigslist, and it was one of these ads where it was just a photograph of a couple of tables with a whole bunch of stuff on them and looking for best offer without looking at the tools. But I was able to get in there and look at the tools. So like when I was looking at the picture, one of the things that I noticed I could spot was this keyless chuck. And of course the problem was A, couldn't see the condition, and more importantly, B, is it an Albrecht chuck? Well, lo and behold, it is in fact an Albrecht chuck, and it is in actually pretty decent shape. So it's nice and smooth, the jaws don't look all chowdered up, and it's got a standard arbor on it, so pretty easy to just stick that right into a collet. And it's a Jacobs brand arbor, actually. It says England. I did not know. A Jacobs made product in England. That's a nice chuck there. This is just a tray full of assorted taps. When I'm deciding on making an offer on a lot like this and I come across something like this, I almost don't even count it. I figure if they end up accepting my offer, this will just be gravy. That's just because it's not the taps are worthless, it's just I have so many of them now and I still haven't gotten around to cataloging all of them and figuring out, you know, what I can spare to sell. I just never seem to have enough time to do that. Probably going to put the kids on that one of these days. But there are some good taps in there. Spot faces or counter bores. These can be pretty pricey. That's a good sized one there. It's got some surface rust on it, but it actually looks like it might be, the edges are pretty good. And this set screw tells me that this is one of the ones that has the pilot can be changed to a different size. There's another pilot right there, as a matter of fact. So we got quite a few in here. That's something somebody ground down into something else. These are all high-speed steel. Tap wrenches like this, you know, if they end up being good quality ones, can actually be pretty valuable. Relatively speaking, you know, you might not think that's worth more than $5 or a couple of bucks, and then you turn around and find out that it's, you know, a particular size or style that's popular. This is looks like it's a this is a Greenfield GT&D number 5, so that's a Greenfield tap and die number 5. Pretty sure I already got one of these, so be able to sell that. And this little fella, this little guy is a General Tool number 170. This one's actually in really good shape, except for this little bit of light rust on there. And this last guy right here looks like it's a General. Yeah, that's a General Tool 166. And I actually kept a full set of these General Tool ones because they're plenty nice enough for my purposes, and the Starrett ones, when I get them, I tend to resell them because they have a higher resale value. And we've got a, boy, I tell you, that looks like a Mitutoyo. It's got a look of a Mitutoyo. Maybe not. Oh, plastic knob's got a crack in it. I wonder who made this. I don't think we're ever going to know, unfortunately. Still works perfectly fine, though. Bet you there was a sticker right here with the name on it. Man, that looks familiar to me, but I just can't, off the top of my head, I can't place the manufacturer. Oh well. It's a Fowler radius gauge set. Yeah, it's pretty nice. That's complete and has the handle, and it even has the really small size that goes up here. Oh, that's not bad at all. When I first spotted this, I thought it was a cheap import just because of the color of the case. And in fact, what it is a relatively little bit better import. Fowler has a lot of stuff made overseas. They sell under their name, so I still wouldn't be surprised if this is an import set. And then we have Endmills. And I just glanced at it and I made the comment, I said, just high-speed steel Endmills. And he said, no, there's some carbide in there. And that's when I looked and I realized, oh yeah, okay, so for instance, this one is a Titan USA 1/2-inch 4-flute end mill, and judging from the weight, that is in fact a solid carbide end mill, and it appears to be brand new. So let me just sort these real quick. Here's 4 good-sized high-speed steel ones used. Yeah, I kind of sorted them here. So these are all high-speed steel, mostly double-ended, a few that aren't. This pile over here, this is all solid carbide. They're just marked USA. These over here are ball end mills. That one's carbide. Most of those high-speed steel. There's a coated one, regular 4-fluter. There's another ball carbide. There's a couple of really small carbide ones, a coated one. There's a few of these just tapered ones. And here's some larger tapered ones in high-speed steel. This one's marked 2 degrees. No, I'm sorry, 10 degrees. 2 degrees. Yeah. Another one here. That one's marked 5 degrees. These are solid carbide that appear to have started out life as maybe something else and were ground into this profile. This is a solid carbide 5 flute used. Look at this one. This is the 2 degree one. I knew I saw 2 degrees somewhere. Look at that thing. This looks like this might be a key seat cutter. Yep. Another one. 1/4-inch micro grain. That's a solid carbide. That's a drill bit, isn't it? Yeah. Solid carbide drill bit. This one right here, I thought, well, I can't be carbide because it's so SC, solid carbide, because it's so light, but it's because it's tiny, and it's a ball end mill, a tiny one. It says here this is 1/8 inch 2 flute ball end mill. Here's a boring bar with brazed carbide on it, and this is a face mill that has some really, really badly cooked inserts in it. Oh, let's see what we get in this little box of goodies. Here's a General Hardware brand parallel set, 4-piece. Pretty decent shape. This is a model S112-4. The -4 means it's a 4-piece set, whereas I think they made a 6-piece set also. This is actually a little pricey when I checked the values on eBay used. Actually, I already sold this, as well as this little General 3-piece. It's got size A, B, and C, telescopic gauge set. And then there was this random General larger one, just the one. So I put this together as a combination and sold this also. Because you're probably wondering how much. So I ended up getting 17 bucks for this set of these 4, and 35 bucks for this set. So, and that was actually cheaper than what the last set of these sold for on eBay. This box might not look like it contains that much great stuff, but there are actually some little diamonds in the rough here. This is, looks like they were put away and got wet, but they're still usable. I'll be keeping these. These are transfer plugs. You screw these into threaded holes on like a casting or a piece that you want to make, say, like a cover for, and then you put the part over it, tap it, and it will leave you little tiny marks to indicate where your hole centers are going to be. And I have some of these already in smaller sizes. This is definitely the largest ones I've ever had. Forgot the name of the company that makes these, but it's a dead giveaway that it's that company's, it's that brand, because they have this case. It's the Hellman, probably Hyman, Heimann, manufacturing company of someplace in Ohio. I can't quite make it out. This is 1/2 13 by the looks of it. The rest of this tray looks like, other than some random stones, it's just filled with all little Dremel bits. Oh, there's a little burr. Those are handy. And we got just a foam block in here with a bunch of them stuck in here. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. You burn these things up so easily. Could always use extras. Oh, what do we got here? So, oh, look at that. A TIG electrode. Maybe not. It's got a slot cut in the back of it. I don't know what the hell that was. Alright. This little box says Harbor Tool Supply Company Incorporated. New England's tool crib. Serving the nation. 26 Wexford Street, Needham Heights, Mass. There's a phone number on here. Well, how do you like that? Harbco. Huh. It's a Mitutoyo case, though. But it's just filled with more of these. This one wouldn't fit in there. So, quite a few. So I like that. I wonder if this belongs in there. These aren't individually marked, so you have to keep them in their cases if you want to know what the hell they fit. I wonder what this Mitutoyo case was originally for. Oh, well, it was for a 141-102. I have to know. Wow, that's cool. I've never seen one of these. They're calling it an interchangeable rod inside micrometer. So I've had inside micrometers, similar to this. But look how short that thing is. And then apparently it came with, doesn't look like it came with multiple rods. And then it looks like it came with a spacer and a couple wrenches. Oh, that's neat. It'd be nice if that was just misplaced somewhere in this stuff, but I don't think it is.